Welcome to Variant One Shot. Now, before I give you guys my thoughts on The Force Awakens, this will be a spoiler-free review, as a lot of people still haven't seen the movie yet, and I want people to be able to hear my thoughts without worrying about me spoiling anything. Speaking of spoiling something, someone actually spoiled something for me about Star Wars The Force Awakens in the comment section of my History of the Sith episode, so I hope that person has diarrhea for a very long time. With that said, this movie was freaking amazing. In my opinion, this movie is the best blockbuster movie to come out within the last decade or so. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about the Avengers or The Dark Knight or Captain America Winter Soldier? Well, I love those movies. Most of you know how much I love those movies, but with this movie, there was just something extra special about it. J.J. Abrams did such a fantastic job creating something super special with this film. It's not perfect by any means, but in my opinion, as far as a blockbuster popcorn flick goes, it's pretty freaking close to it. And again, J.J. Abrams was able to capture everything lifelong Star Wars fans love about the original Star Wars movies and put it into this movie, while introducing a crap ton of new characters and plots to set up for future Star Wars films. This movie was just so dang good, and it did so much justice to all the characters we love, like Luke, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewie, and so on. I also really loved how they went back to using a lot of practical effects. It helped a lot, making it feel like the original trilogy. And that's what we all wanted. We wanted to relive that feeling we got when we watched the original three movies when we were younger. And again, they captured that magic somehow, and not because of the practical effects, but because of everything as a whole. Another thing that made this movie amazing was the humor. It had me laughing like a lot of the time with all the clever dialogue and interactions with the characters, especially Finn. Finn is freaking hilarious. John Boyega did a fantastic job as Finn. I couldn't have asked for a better performance. Speaking of fantastic, BB-8 is amazing. I actually like him more than R2-D2. There. I said it. He's become my favorite droid in the Star Wars universe. He's funny, he's cute, yes. Even though I'm a grown man, I'm allowed to say things are cute. And quite frankly, he steals a lot of the scenes in the film because they use him so well. And Oscar Isaac, who's actually playing Apocalypse in X-Men, was great as Poe. His character is essentially a badass fighter pilot for the Resistance. Then you have Daisy Ridley as Rey. She was awesome, and I love where they're taking her character. Then of course we have Kylo Ren. All I have to say is he's an amazing villain. His whole story of who he is, where he comes from, and his motivations for what he's doing is brilliant. Adam Driver did a fantastic job playing him, like you believe this was a guy you didn't want to mess with. His voice was also really menacing, which is good because from what I heard from the trailer, I was a little bit worried, but in the movie, it was awesome. Also, his lightsaber is great. I love how it looks like a night sword, but a lightsaber, and it's just really fun to see him tear things to shreds with it. Captain Phasma was also great. Her armor is by far the coolest stormtrooper armor I've ever seen. I just wish she was in the movie a little bit more. And of course, Han, Chewie, and all of the original cast was great, which should go without saying. But in summary, this movie was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better Star Wars movie. J.J. Abrams, you did us proud. You did us Star Wars fans very proud. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10 because it's dang near perfect. So whether you're a Star Wars fan or you're not a Star Wars fan, you will enjoy this movie. It's got action, comedy, adventure, space, and lightsabers. Just see it, you will not regret it.